Okay girls, we're going to have a lesson on going back and forth in rows, and we haven't learned this yet. I started you off doing ponytail holders, and so I want to go ahead and teach you the rest of the crochet stitches and also show you how to change collars. So we're going to start from scratch. I'm just going to take my cotton yarn here and make a loop, slip knot, make a loop and pull the tail through, okay, then put that on the hook and tighten it up. And I'm not going to do a very wide width. I'm just going to do 10, okay? And the reason why we want to do back and forth in rows is because you would do scarves. These are some tissue holders that we've done, and you can see those. Those are done in half double crochets, and these are really cool. You just do a long rectangle, fold each end up halfway, and then you just stitch the ends shut and put some fun fur around the center. You only just kind of stitch it shut about an inch on each side, so you can put some Kleenex in there. This is for Valentine's Day. We put some buttons on it, and this one we did for Christmas. So these are really cool stocking stuffers or gifts that you can give. And these are just going back and forth in rows. Okay, so I'm going to do just 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, once I get how wide I want it, if I'm doing single crochets, I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to go in the second chain from the hook, which is going to be right here. Here's my first one, here's the second one. It's kind of getting closer there. This is the first one, there's the second one. I'm going to go into the second chain from my hook, bring it back through, yarn over, take off 2. Okay, so I'm going to do this all the way down. These are single crochets. I'm going to go in, bring it back through, yarn over, take off 2. And then always when we get done, we need to count every time and make sure that we have 10, so that we make sure that our width of our fabric that we're making is always the same width. If you skip one, then it'll start getting smaller and smaller, and you'd actually make a triangular shape if you kept skipping them. So 10 would be like a headband or a belt. Okay, so we got all the way to the end. Okay, so let's count them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here's the very last one. Okay, so now to go back to make another row, I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to turn the work away from me, just like that. Now I'm going to work down the top row of this, and I'm going to go ahead and go underneath both of the loops. There's the top loop and the back loop. I'm going to go in both the front and back, and here's the chain 1, and my first single crochet is going to be in the base of that. Come back through, take off 2. Here's the next one. Go underneath both of those loops, okay? So I'm going to work back down, making sure that I'm going underneath the front and the back. These are all called single crochets, where you insert the hook, bring the yarn back through, you got 2 on the hook, yarn over, take off 2. All of you should know single crochets by now. Okay, and don't forget this last one. Okay, he might look a little tricky, but don't forget it, because that's where you would be off if you forgot it. Sometimes it's hard. You got to kind of use your fingernail to get up underneath both of those loops and pull it through. Okay, and then count. Make sure that we have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? So those are single crochets. I'm going to go ahead and do half double crochets now. So for a half double crochet, I'm going to chain 2. Okay? I'll turn the work away from me. Alright, now on half double crochets, and everything after that, because only single crochets is where you start in the base, the half double crochet will count as my first, the chain 2 will count as my first half double crochet. Alright, so it's going to take up this one right here. So my next spot to go into is going to be right here. Okay? But if I was doing single crochets, When you chain one, that chain one does not count as your first single crochet, so you have to go into the base. So right there would be, if I was doing single crochets, if this was just a chain one, I would go right here, alright? But since I'm not, since I'm going to do half doubles and I've chained two, my next stitch will be right here. And to do a half double, we're going to yarn over first. Then we're going to go in and bring it back through. We have 3 on our hook, take off all 3 of them, okay? So let's just show you that again. Yarn over, go underneath both of those loops, bring it back through, yarn over, take off 3. Okay, so let's do that again all the way down. Okay, I'm going to yarn over, go in, come back through, yarn over and take off all 3 of them. Sometimes the yarn splits and it's a little hard to get through there. Yarn over, go through, take off all 3. Okay, and when you get to the end, do not forget that last one right here. Okay, so then count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and here's the 10th. It's the top of the chain 3, which is right here, okay? So let's do one more row of half doubles. So we're going to chain 2. We're going to turn the work away from us. This chain 2 counts as our first half double, so I got to go right here. It's my next spot. So I'm going to yarn over, go right in here. Okay, yarn over, take off all 3. So this is my first half double. Here's the second one. So this is considered number 2. Here's 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops, I only got one hook. Get underneath both of them. There we go. Okay, now I've only got 9, and it looks like, you know, hey, where's my last one? Well, don't forget, it's that chain 2 right here. See, here's the first one, and here's the second chain. You've got to get in that as well. So yarn over and go underneath those both loops in that chain 2. And like I said, it can be tricky to do. You got to sometimes use your fingernail. Bring it back through. Yarn over, take off 3. Now I've got 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see, I counted it off again. Here's the chain 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're all there. And what makes that hard is that you have to remember to work in the top of the chain 3, or the chain 2 I mean, and it's right here. Okay, so don't forget this one right there. Alright, so I'm going to do another row of half doubles. Chain 2, turn. Okay, this one takes that spot, so here's our next spot right here. Okay, so I'm going to yarn over, go in, bring that back. You have 3 on the hook, take off all 3. Okay, so this is number 2. Okay, because this chain 2 counts as the first half double, so that's number 1. Here's number 2. Here's the third one. Here's number 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and don't forget the top of the chain 2. Here's 1 and here's the second chain right there. You've got to get underneath both of those. Sorry, my fingers was making a shadow. It's kind of hard to get them both in there. Like I said, sometimes I use my fingernail. Bring the working yarn back through. Oh, guess what I forgot? I should have 3 on my hook. This is a good lesson. I did not yarn over before I inserted it. So now I got to start over. Got to yarn over and do that again. Then bring it back through. Now I have 3 on my hook. Yarn over, take off all 3. Okay? So now we have 10 half doubles. I'm going to show you how to do double crochets. Okay, so we've done singles. These are half doubles. Now we're going to do doubles. 1, 2, 3. We're going to chain 3 for our turning chain. Turn the work away from us. Okay, the chain 3 counts as our first our first double crochet. So here's the next spot. Yarn over, go in, bring it back, and I've got 3 on the hook. Take off only 2 of them. And then I have 2 left. Yarn over and take off the last 2. This makes what's called a double crochet. Yarn over, go in, bring it back, yarn over, take off 2, yarn over, take off 2. Okay, so now we're doing what's called double crochets, and this makes a taller stitch. That's why you have to chain 3 as your turning chain instead of 2. 2s are for half doubles. So we're going to yarn over, go in, bring it back. We've got 3 on our hook. Yarn over, take off 2, yarn over, take off 2. Okay, we're going to do this all the way down. Don't forget to yarn over, go in, bring it back, 3 on the hook, yarn over, take off 2, yarn over, take off 2. And don't forget the turning chain, because if I stopped now, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need to have 10. So I need to go in the top of that chain 2 from that last half double, and I did remember to yarn over. It's hard getting it underneath there. When you bring it back through, you'll have 3 on the hook, take off 2, take off 2. Now I've got 10. Okay, I'm going to do another row of double crochets. So how many should I do for my turning chain? Can you guys remember that? 3. So I'm going to chain 3 here. 1, 2, 3. Turn the work away. The chain 3 counts as the first one right here. So my second one needs to go right here. Yarn over, go underneath both loops, take off 2, take off 2. Yarn over, go in, take off 2, take off 2. You guys see how I'm using my middle finger and my thumb to kind of hold the work and guide my hook. Okay, I'm getting close to the end. And on this last time I'm going to show you how to change collars. You always change collar when you get to the last step of your stitch. Now I have 9, don't forget the top of that turning chain. So I'm going to yarn over, go in, under both of those loops. Again, very hard to get underneath them all. Okay, so I've got 3 on there. I'm going to yarn over, take off 2, and right here is the very last step that I would do to finish that double crochet off. Right now I'm going to change collars of yarn. Go to your very last step and then grab your new collar that you want to join and just set it over the top of your hook. You know, leave a tail about 3 inches or so, okay, and then just pull it through the last and finish it off, okay, just like that. And now your new working yarn is going to be the pink, so put the pink on your hand and chain 3 because we're still doing double crochets. Turn the work away from us, and you're going to have these tails down here, but that's okay, you'll weave them in later, okay. So then yarn over, and the chain 3 counts as our first, so here's the second one right there. Yarn over, take off 2, yarn over, take off 2. Okay, so that's how we change collars. You just go to the very last step and then switch the collars of yarn. And then later you'll take a yarn needle and you will weave those tails in. So we're doing our first row of pink double crochets. And that's yarn over, go in, bring it back through, 3 on the hook, take off 2, take off 2. We're almost to the end. There's number 9. And now here's the 1, 2, 3. Here's the top of that third chain. You're going to yarn over and go underneath both of those. Just hard to get. Sometimes you got to get your fingernails in there. Bring it back through. Take off 2, take off 2. Okay, so now I've got 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then over here, you'll take your scissors and cut off the green, because I'm done with green. So you'll cut that off. So let me grab a pair of scissors real quick. Okay, so we'll cut it off about the same length as the pink, and then we'll take a yarn needle and we'll weave those tails in later so that you won't see them. Okay, I'm going to show you the very last step of crochet, the very last stitch. We've learned single crochets, half double, we've learned double, and now I'm going to show you the last one, which is a treble crochet, and this is the tallest of them all. And it takes a chain 4, okay? So we chain 1 for singles, we chain 2 for half doubles, we chain 3 turning chains, we chain 3 for the double crochet, but for the turning chain of a treble, we have to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn the work away from us, okay? This counts as our first, so we're going to go into the next stitch, which is right here, and I'm going to yarn over 2 times. And I use my thumb to kind of pull the stitches out of the way, go in there, bring it back through. Now I have 4 on my hook. Take off 2 at a time. That is a treble crochet, and it's super tall. Yarn over 2 times, go in, bring it back through, yarn over, take off 2, yarn over, take off 2, yarn over, take off 2. And that's it. Yarn over 2 times, so you have 3 on your hook. When you go in, okay, yarn over twice, we're almost to the end. Takes a little while longer to make these because you got lots more stitches in there. Okay, this is number 9. Got some fuzz on my yarn. Okay, yarn over 2 times. Go into the top of that third chain there. Okay, got 4 on, take off 2, take off 2, take off 2, then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got 10 treble crochets. Okay, so that is the reason why I want to show you how to work in rows and how to change color. And so hopefully that'll be your next lesson for this week, and you can practice on this at home. Okay? Thank you.